Hiya, welcome to our journey. Hope you enjoy this one from me and the boys.
Okay, let's go.
I am now in a B&Q and about to try to get this into the van to make a bed across the front seats, ready for the Europe trip. I've just had to ask for help to get this onto here. I was going to go for the smaller size, but it's not going to be big enough. So I've gone for this one. And there's nobody available today until this afternoon to do the cutting. So let's go and see if we can get this into the van. And it's in with a little bit of help. I'll show you from the inside. And there we go. I've had to move my mirror. And I'm hoping now we don't damage anything by it being in here. And that should hold it in place so it doesn't slip forward while we're travelling. And now I've got to get it out of here. Because I've got this tyre on the back, this bit won't pull all the way back. Hang on, let's move my dressing gown. So I have got a button here that I can press. I'll see if I can do it like this. You press it, and then that means that that door will go all the way back there. But so I can't do it on that one because of the big wheel. Right.
You want to get that bit up?
Oh, I can manage it, I think.
I can get it up, mate.
Yeah, that's all I need myself getting it out. Shall I let me go that side? I haven't gone inside. Got my son kept at me. Hang on. Right. Hang on a sec. Got to watch now because
Where have you got this from?
B&Q. They squeezed it in for me. Right. Hang on, and then I'll come that way. I can now get to my fridge to let myself invent. Okay. And then it's got to sort of go into the garage somewhere, but it can go at the side of the house for now.
Garage.
I'm going to cut it in a bit. Do you want me to put it in that? You think it's there? Yeah? There. That'll do. I'm hoping to make it today. Cup of tea from my dad. Much needed, but I've now got to go and find an extension. Because the power bit's here, but it won't quite reach. But I've got to have the distance from there to this side for the ply to go through. So I'm now on the search for an extension because mine's gone missing. This is awkward. I'm in the little back bit of my dad's garden. The tiny back bit where my shed is. And then we've got to measure it. Ready to go on that. We'll get it there. I'm not used to working in such a small space. And the size that I've got to do now at the minute is 165 centimetres, so it's 1,650 mil by 93 centimetres, which is 930 mil, I think. So let me put it flat and measure. there way. It's going to be enough for a bed. So just about. It's going between front seats, you'll see. It can't be any wider because of the door handles, how they come out. Now to cut it. So what I'm doing is setting this up 29 centimetres and push that in. Right, that's in place. Okay, this is a change of plan. I haven't got enough room with the table saw where I am, so I'm going to use my good old jigsaw. Just check there's nothing underneath that I'm going to catch now, and I'm hoping I've got it balanced all right. No, it's not working. Let me check the power. Okay, so now I've got to figure out how to do it the other way. So, let's have a look. Okay, this isn't ideal, but it is what it is. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it on an angle if I can, this way. In fact, I'm going to do it the other way, so it's higher. The worst I'm going to have is this drop, but it's not going to drop because it's going to support it on that side. So. Okay, that's as far as my arms will reach. This now is the bit we're going to work with. So this is now going to have bits cut out of it so that it fits in the van. Sod's law, it's now started raining. I've got this down here. I've just been on my hands and knees measuring it. Let me show you. I've marked out measurements of the bits that I'm going to be cutting out. There, and there, up to there. That bit there is going to go into the glove box area to basically sit there. Ignore the mess in the van. And so it should realistically go across there. So I'm now going to go and cut it. And that's it. I think there's a bit here. I needn't have bothered cutting this bit off here. I could have left it, but it's off now. The mattress will cover that over though. And it's, to be fair, it's rock solid, leaning into there. There we go. One single bed. I've just made it up really. Just got to get the mattress cut now to match it. I'm splitting it into 3. So it will hinge over onto each other for storing. So what I've done now is I've just marked it, and I'm now scoring the line. I'd usually do it with a screwdriver, but I can't find one, so I'm using a screw. Just to make sure I get a straight line when I'm cutting it. This is useless not having my tools here. I'm like working with what I can. But it is what it is. And what do I say? Wherever there's a problem, there's always a solution. Oh, we'll move that over there so we don't knock it off. Now it's whether I use the circular saw or the jigsaw to do it with. Oh, I haven't got an extension now because my son's doing something in the garage with it. It might be a bit rough for it. You know what? I'm going to use the jigsaw. Let's use the tool we used yesterday. If I mess it up, I'll just have to take a little bit off the edge because I'll just do a gap. Hinges, what do you want?
You've been using extension lead and there's plugs.
It won't reach. It wouldn't reach when I was doing the massive
I
piece.
didn't even know these plugs were here.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, you've
This is my son, who I could do with holding that, but he's busy doing something.
No, I've got it off now, so I'm calm.
Oh, have you?
Well, I've got other bits to do, but what do you want me
I'm
to
just
hold?
about to cut that.
Go on then.
In fact, I'm just about to cut this one first. In fact, if you're here, I know we'll do that one first now, because then I can turn it to come that way. Just check that's not, I've scored it. I just need you to hold that while I cut it.
Right.
It's done with being in your hand with the hand drill.
Oh, who's holding that bit?
Me. One. And the other one. Oh, I've had to use Granddad's table.
Right.
I've got no workbench or anything here. Right, I could do it, if we pull it this way, could you like hold both there and there? Just so, because I've just found that a bit hard. That's great, thank you. What, do you need a hand with anything?
No. Yay!
Look at his light. Oh, don't know if you can hear the rain. Absolutely chucking it down, so I've had to come into the house. Into my dad's. Herbie's there, look. Just chilling. He loves his sofa. So this is my bed. So I've now cut it into 3 pieces. And smaller than my original size because the door wouldn't shut, so I've had to mess about. So I'm now just about to put the hinges on. So wish me luck. I've got hinges. I've got my drill. Let me get down. Right. 1, 2, 1. The mattress is going to cover this. If it's too painful, I'll just have to change the hinges to flat ones. I'm only going to put a couple of screws in to start with to see if what I'm doing works. And here arrives my sister. So the dogs are going by me. Hello? I'll have a coffee, man. I can put the other screws in now. So this is the bit that goes on the glove box side. This is where the dash is. That's under the steering wheel. And I cut that bit out accidentally, so I didn't need to cut that bit out. But it don't matter. So then that'll fold like that. That'll fold like that. And that will store very easily. We'll basically get it from the back of the van. We'll put it over. Open this side up first. Yeah. Put that into the glove box, that side, and then slide it in. I'm just going to give it a quick sand, and then I'm going to PVA it. Right, so let's paint it. Just using PVA, and it is just basically just to seal it. This is now where I'm storing the bed, which is just at the side of my ottoman, and the dog guard and my table, so it fits in very slimly there. I'm now going to show you how it fits. This is how it works. We're going to lift it in this way, open that way, open this one this way. We lift that onto there, that drops down there, that slides over there, comes onto there. There we have it. And it's sitting, this middle bit here is actually sitting on both seats. So that's got the weight, and then the mattress will be across the top of there, which my sister's doing at the moment. So yeah, that slides into there. So it's sitting on the glove box there. This bit fits up nicely to the dash bit there. That bit sits under the steering wheel, but we can pull it this way so it doesn't go right under. And then that's how it sits on the seat. And this is the bit to climb in on. But bearing in mind it will have the mattress on it. So that will make it a bit more sturdy to get these lumpy bumps here, so they're not going to hurt. And then what I've done is put this seat back as far as it'll come, and you can actually let that down as well if you want a little bit more room here, but you don't need to. And this seat goes as far back to where it can to my cupboard there, which is where my gas is. And you can put that down slightly and push the seat forward. But yeah, it's all right as a make-do bed. And then just climb in this way and on it. I'll show you from another angle from the side. This is it from this side. So this is the bit that I'd potentially put my head. But it sits nicely on the seat. And under there. So all the weight is basically took on this centre one on each seat here. It's not perfect, but it does the job. And one last thing is I just put a bungee around it just to keep it in place. And as I say, it slides just nicely into there for now. Total cost £26. I'd already got the hinges and the PVA. Piano hinges may have been better, or flat ones. And I had the foam mattress also in storage from a previous build, so I didn't need that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Lots of love from me.